Kerry Brock. I had the pleasure of meeting Kerry last year in New York City with DJ Wilson, who is really sorry she's not here to applaud you tonight. Kerry Brock grew up on a farm in Pasco, Washington, and at Washington State University, she joined the debate team and discovered broadcast journalism, which led her to 20 award-winning years in television news. She served as anchor reporter for Como TV in Seattle, host of national PBS program Freedom Speaks, and media analyst for CNN, Fox, Time, The Washington Post, and the Los Angeles Times. These days, as you will see or saw earlier when the screen was down and you were seeing the video, you saw some of her great artwork. She is an accomplished artist and her work is found all throughout the Northeast. So please join me in welcoming this year's 2014 Hall of Achievement Award winner, Kerry Brock.
Lovely. This is really an honor. And in coming back today, I was thinking on the airplane, you know, it's been a long time since I've been here, but I was reminded that it was 35 years ago next month that I was graduating. And I had just landed a job at KNDU Television in Kennewick, and I could not wait to get out of here. I did not understand back then how often I would long to return in all the 35 years since to celebrate the empowerment that I gained here at WSU. I couldn't envision back then how important my connections would be to WSU throughout my life, even though it was a Coug who first gave me that job at KNDU in Kennewick. In 20 years as a broadcast journalist, I spent 10 of them in the newsroom cubicle next to my good friend and coworker, Kathy Gertson. Kathy richly deserved the honor of her name on this building. She was a smart, loyal, and fierce credit to this university. May all who pass through this building aspire to her level of excellence, her standards. It was a Coug who hired Kathy at Como, and that same Coug hired me there a year later. I'd like to tell my Speech 102 professor, thanks for pushing me to join the debate team. My art history professor, hey, it took me a few years, but I eventually got it. And I'd like to tell them both, it turns out there's a lot of art in journalism and vice versa, and there's plenty of failure in both. I learned here that failure is acceptable, provided that you try and you try again. If one happens to call Governor Dixie Lee Ray Governor Rixie D. Lay, or if one makes an unfortunate reference to the cord farter debates. That was actually Kathy Gertson who did that, but I've borrowed it since. Move on, because things will always look brighter from a chair at the Coug. The Murrow mentors who guided my time here understood kids from the farm. They honored my heritage. At the same time, they broadened my horizons. Dean Pintack took my husband and me to lunch in New York a few months ago. We were so impressed when we learned firsthand of the various successful initiatives under his leadership: backpack journalism, dispatching students around the globe. It bodes well for an even stronger Coug contingent on the East Coast in the future. And I like that. We need more people in the East who know how to pronounce Spokane, Yakima, and Skookumchuck. My mom and dad traveled here from Pasco to be with us here today. You mentioned their names earlier, Dean. I'm so proud of them. They both attended WSU. So did my sister, who won this award a few years ago. So did my brother, my sister-in-law. And from the time we were children, word on the farm was you can go to any college you want as long as it's WSU. My parents prepared me for the possibilities and the wonder of WSU. WSU prepared me for life. I'm so honored. Thank you.